Hey YT, it's 90302 and I wanted to come to you because I had a request from one of my subscribers by the name of Shells423, and she wanted me to show my Inglots eyeshadow palettes and blushes and give her swatches and numbers. So before I get started with this, because this is going to be a pretty lengthy video, so if you guys have already done the Inglot thing and want to click out, I will understand. I want to welcome all my old and new subscribers. And Shells, I want to thank you, yes you, for requesting this, because this is a lot of work, but for my subscribers I'm willing to do most of anything. Alright, so let me get started really quickly. The first palette that I am going to show you looks like this, and I'm going to quickly go from let's see, how did I swatch this? I think I started from here. Okay, so we're going to start from here, across, 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 and across. Alright, so right here you have a matte eyeshadow, and this is number 388, and it is the very first one swatched right there. The next one in the palette is matte number 361, and that is swatched right there. The next one is matte 372, and it is swatched right there. The next one is Pearl 428, and that one is swatched right there. The next one over is Pearl number 413, and 413 is swatched right there. So that is the first row. Okay, now we're on to the second row. The second row starts with matte number 384, and number 384 is right here. The next one over is AMC number 60, which is this yellow, and that is swatched right there. The next one over is matte 368. No, take that back. That is matte 366, and it's a red, and it is kind of swatched right there. The next one over is matte 371, and that one is swatched right there. And this very last one on the second row is number matte 378, and it is swatched right there. Okay, on to this third row. This very first one is matte 352, and 352 is swatched right there. The next one over is matte 379, and it is swatched right here. The next one over is matte 393, I think, and I will have to double check this one because I kind of tore the label on it, but there is a swatch of that one. The next one over is matte 348, and 348 is right here. And the last one in this third row is number matte 351, and there is 351. And the fourth and final row starts out with AMC number 51, and 51 is swatched right there. The next one over is AMC number 10, and that is swatched right there. And this very last one over here is AMC number 08, and it is swatched right there. So that is the very first palette that I have. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the blush palette. And in my blush palette, let's see, how do I have these things set up? Okay, let's do it this way. So this first blush right here is blush number 29. And 29 looks like this on the finger. And it swatches like this on the hand. The next blush that I have in here is number 51. And 51 looks like this on the finger. And it swatches like this on the hand. The next one that I have is blush number 27. And 27 is like a dusty rose color, and it looks like that on the finger. And it swatches like that on the hand. And the very last blush that I have from Inglots is blush number 34. It's kind of a peachy, kind of corally color, and it swatches like this on the finger. And there it is at the top, swatched on my hand. So those are all the blushes that I have from Inglots. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up my hand really quickly, and we're going to swatch out this last palette for Michelle's over here, because she wasn't content with just numbers. She had to have swatches. So I definitely wanted to oblige her with that. Alright, so this next palette looks like this. Okay, so we're going to start over here, and this is AMC Shine number 22. And 22 swatches like this. The next one in here is number AMC 45. And I'll put that one out here. So there is 45. The next one in this palette is AMC number 43. And 43 is like a bronzy color. And I am going to kind of change this angle a little bit so that you don't get that major glare. So there is 43. The next one in this palette is Pearl number 430. And 430 swatches like that on the finger. And there it is, swatched out on my arm. And the very last one in this top row is AMC Shine number 48. And 48 looks like this on the finger. And it swatches, it's a pink, and it kind of swatches like that on my arm. Alright, so now we're going to move over and do the second row. And I need to, sorry for that guys, I'm going to kind of turn these lights down some because I don't know if the colors are coming up as clear as they should be. Okay, this very next one on the second row is a Pearl, and this is number 450. Which swatches like this on the finger, and it swatches like this on my arm. The next one over is a Pearl, and it's 434, and it swatches like this on the finger. And there it is, swatched out on my arm. This next one over is AMC Shine number 26. swatches like that on the finger. And there it is, swatched out on my arm. The next one over is AMC Shine number 25, which is a goldeny one. Swatches like that on the finger. And there it is, swatched out on my arm. And the very last one on that row is a pearl, and this is number 402. And 402 looks like this, swatched out on the finger. And it's like a pinky lavender, and there it is, swatched out on my arm. Alright, so now we're going to move on down to the third row. And on this third row, the very first shadow here is a shine, and it is number 44. It swatches like this on the finger, and there it is, swatched out on my arm. The next one that I have is a pearl, and this is 405, and it swatches like this on the finger, and there it is, swatched out on my arm. The next one over is another pearl, and this is 397. It swatches like this on the finger, and there it is, swatched out on my arm. The next one over from that is pearl 431. There it is, swatched out on my finger, and there it is, swatched out on my arm. And the last one in that third row is another pearl, and this one is 399, which looks like this, kind of a pewter, like a light brown, almost pewtered brown, taupey brown. And there it is, let me come back, there it is, swatched out on my arm. So that is the third row, and on to the fourth and final row of my Inglot shadows. This very first one is a pearl, and this is number 409, and 409 swatches like this on the finger, and there it is, swatched out on my arm. This next one over is another pearl, and this is 393, and 393 swatches like this on the finger, and there it is, swatched out on my arm. This next one over is another pearl, and this is number 449. 449 swatches like this on the finger, and there it is, swatched out on my arm. Kind of a pinkishy, cranberry-ish type color. And the very last eyeshadow that I have in here is a matte number 360. And 360 looks like this on the finger, and it swatches like this, like a muted brown, muted purple almost. And so those are the Inglot eyeshadows palettes that I have that Shells wanted to have swatched, and the numbers. I also have a tin pan matte eyeshadow palette that I did in a previous video. So Shells, if you check that previous video, you could see those from, I think I picked that up in my makeup show. So it's in my makeup show haul. Alright guys, I hope that you guys found that helpful. If you wanted to add those colors, those are what they look like. Those are the numbers. And so have fun. Alright, take care, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.